Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Rashatarashata Shimar Bhakti Viranta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Guru Dev Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Rashatarashata Shimar Bhakti Viranta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Rashatarashata Shimar Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Rashatarashata Shimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Rashatarashata Shimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Maha-bhagavat Srila Gorkshara Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Anugakarya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Gunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai Shri Gopeshwar Dev Ki Jai Shri Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ki Jai Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Shri Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ki Jai Śrīla Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Śrīman Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai all Nityananda Prabhu's friends Ki Jai, their Leelas Ki Jai Nityananda Prabhu Tirtha Jatra Brahman Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Nitāi Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo Hari Bo Shubhananda Prabhu Dandavat Pranam and Kuruna Didi Ganga Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji. Hari Bol everybody. Just now I did a speed test and I'm not even getting 1 megabyte of upload. So I hope this is working well enough. Anyhow, what to do? Oh, and I think for those of you in America right now, it is, and other parts of the world, like on that side of the world, it is, today is the day of Sri Raghunandan Thakur and also disappearance day of Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj. So, Raghunandan Thakur ki jai, Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj ki jai, Tadi. Tadiya Shubha Tirabhavtiti ki jai. Okay, Krishna Chandra Prabhu, you said that my connection's okay for you. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's sing. I guess since we're reading about Nityananda Prabhu, we can sing Nitāi Padakamala. So I'll just sharing my screen now. Alright, Nitāi Pada. The lotus feet of Nitāi are as cooling as millions of moons. Their shade gives solace to the entire universe. Without a personality such as Nitāi, O brother, it is not possible to attain Radha and Krishna. So, firmly take hold of his lotus feet. If someone is not established in a relationship with Nityananda Prabhu, his human birth is wasted. Such an animalistic person is very wicked. Not uttering the name of Nitāi with his lips, he drowns himself in the so-called happiness of the material world. What then can his education and pedigree do for him? Maddened by false pride and forgetting Nitai's lotus feet, one considers illusion to be truth. If Nitāi is merciful, one can attain Radha and Krishna in Vraj. So, firmly take hold of Nitai's 2 lotus feet. The lotus feet of Nitāi are eternal truth, and his servitors are eternally liberated. Always aspire to attain the lotus feet of Nitāi. Narottam is very unhappy. O Nitāi, please make me happy by keeping me close to the reddish soles of your lotus feet. Okay, just getting my mridanga. Hari Bol Champak Didi. Nitāi pada kamala koti chandra sushitala. Nitāi pada kamala koti chandra sushitala. Jai Chaya Jagata Jura Jai Chaya Jagata Jura Heno Nitāi Bine Bhai Radha Krishna Radha Krishna paite nai Drida kori dharo Nitāi pai Drida kori dharo Nitāi pai Drida Sambandha nahi jar Vrita janma gelo tar Usse sambandha nahi jar Vrita janma gelo tar She pashu Nitāi na bolilo sangsara sukhe Nitāi na bolilo mukhe Majilo sangsara sukhe Vidya kole ki koribe tar Vidya kole ki koribe tar Ahankare matta hoya Nitāi pada pasariya Ahankare matta hoya Nitāi pada pasariya Asya tere Ayasya tere satya kori mane Asya tere satya kori mane Nitāi korona habe Braja Radha Krishna pabe Nitāi korona habe Braja Radha Krishna pabe Taro Nitāi charana dukane Taro Nitāi charana dukane Taro Nitāi charana dukane Taro Nitāi charana dukane Nitāi charana satya Tahara sevaka nitya Nitāi charana satya Tahara sevaka nitya Nitāi para sada karo yasha Nitāi para sada karo yasha Narottama boro dukhi Nitāi more koro sukhi Narottama boro dukhi Nitāi more koro sukhi Rakho ranga charaner pasha Rakho ranga charaner pasha Narottama boro dukhi Nitāi more koro sukhi Narottama boro dukhi Nitāi more koro sukhi Rakho ranga charaner pasha Rakho ranga charaner pasha Nitāi he 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitāi Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hare Krishna Jai Shri Nityananda Rama Ki Jai Oh, Hare Krishna, everybody. Haribo. Let's see, who is there? Haribo Arjun Krishna Prabhu. And I see there are 6 people watching altogether there, and 2 people on Zoom. Dandavat pranams, everybody. So, now we're going to continue reading from Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, Ādi-khaṇḍa, chapter 9. So I'll share my screen again, 1 second. Alright, so here we are, chapter 9. I think we read up to verse 34 yesterday, right? Yeah. So I'll just read. Oh, wait, no, let's do the Mangalacharan first, sorry. Okay. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana-shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ. नमस्त्रिकालसत्याय जगन्नाथसुताय च सभृत्याय सपुत्राय सकलत्राय ते नमः. अवतीर्णौ सकारुण्यो परिचिन्नौ सरीश्वरौ श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दौ द्वौ भ्रातरौ भजे. स जयति विशुद्धविक्रमा कनकाभकमलायतेक्षणा वरजानुविलम्बितर्भुजो बहुधा भक्तिरसाभिनर्तका. जयति जयति देव कृष्ण चैतन्यचन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा. जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेशमूर्ते जयति जयति नृत्यं तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम्. आद्य श्री चैतन्य प्रिय गोष्ठीर्चरणे अशेष प्रकारे मोर दंड पर नामे. तबे वंदो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महेश्वर नवद्वीपे अवतार नाम विश्वम्भर. तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय देवी त्वां नायमां चरणन्तिकम्. भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्षाय क्षिप्ताष्टकामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना. वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्. भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. ओरे मूढ़ लोक शुनो चैतन्य मंगल. चैतन्य महिमा जाते जानिबे सकल. कृष्ण लीला भागवते कोहे वेद व्यास. Chaitanya Leelar Vyas Vrindavana Das Vrindavana Das Koilo Chaitanya Mangal Jahara Shravane Nashe Sarvaya Mangal Chaitanya Nitāi Jate Janiye Mahima Jate Jani Krishna Bhakti Siddhanter Sima Bhagavate Jata Bhakti Siddhanter Sar Likhiyachen Iha Jani Koriya Udhar Chaitanya Mangala Shune Jadi Pashandi Javan Sheho Maha Vaishnava Hoy Tota Khan Manushe Rachite Nare Aiche Granta Dhanya Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Vakta Shri Caitanya Vrindavana Dasa Pore Koti Namaskar Aiche Granta Kori Teho Tarila Sangsar Narayani Chaitanyer Uchishta Bhajan Tar Garbe Janmila Shidasa Vrindavan Tar Ki Arbuta Chaitanya Charita Varnan Jahara Shravane Shuddha Koila Tribhuvan Shahaje Vichitra Madhur Chaitanya Vihar Vrindavana Dasamukhe Amritera Dhar. By nature, all the activities of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet, and when they are described by Vrindavan Das Thakur, they become like a shower of nectar. Haribo, Indira Mataji, and Sudevi Didi, Dandavat Pranams. Okay, so we'll read all the translations up to verse 34. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is an ocean of mercy. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who is the friend of those in ignorance of the goal of life. Agatir Bandhu. All glories to him, who is the life, wealth, and soul of Advaita Acharya. Shouldn't it be he? Anyways. All glories to him, who is the shelter of Shrivas and Gadadhar. All glories to Lord Vishwambar, the son of Shachi and Jagannath. All glories to the devotees, who are the beloved associates of the Lord. On the order of Lord Chaitanya, Sri Anantadev had already appeared in Radhadesh and was engaged in various pastimes. His father's name was Harai Oja, and his mother was Parmavati. Sri Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the village of Ekachakra as the Lord of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. From his childhood, Lord Nityananda was sober, intelligent, and the abode of all good qualities. He was sustir, subuddhi, and gunavan. His charming loveliness defeated that of millions of cupids. The entire district of Radhadesh was filled with auspiciousness and devoid of famine and poverty from the time of his birth. The day that Lord Gaurachandra appeared in Navadvip, in Radhadesh, Lord Nityananda roared loudly. His roar spread throughout innumerable universes, and people of the entire world were practically rendered unconscious. Some people said it was a thunderbolt, while others thought it was a great calamity. Other people said, "We know the cause. It was the loud roaring of Nityananda Goswami, the Lord of the Gaudiyas." In this way, people had different opinions about what had happened, but no one could recognize Lord Nityananda due to the influence of his illusory energy. Nityananda remained hidden as he enjoyed childhood pastimes with other children. The pastimes that the Lord enjoyed with his childhood friends were all related to the activities of Lord Krishna. He and his friends formed an assembly of demigods, and one of them, acting as Mother Earth, offered prayers to them. They then led Mother Earth to the riverbank, and the children all began to offer prayers. Then one of the boys, hidden from view, loudly declared, "I will soon take birth in Mathura, Gokul." One evening, the Lord and his friends, Nityananda and his friends, enacted the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki. Then, late one night, while everyone slept, they made a prison and enacted the birth of Lord Krishna. They created a Gokul, and Krishna was taken there in exchange with Mahamaya, thereby tricking King Kamsa. Another time, they dressed someone as Putana, and someone climbed on her breast to suck out. And someone climbed on her chest to suck her breasts. One day, Nityananda and his boyfriends made a shakat, or a handcart, out of reeds, and then broke it. Another day, the Lord and his friends stole from the houses of the neighboring cowherdmen. The boys never left Nityananda's association to go home, but continued sporting with him day and night. The children's parents did not complain. Rather, they would affectionately embrace Nityananda. They said, "We have never seen such transcendental sports. How does this child know so many of Krishna's pastimes?" One day, the Lord made snakes out of leaves and then took his friends to the water. One of them jumped into the water and remains there inert. Later, the Lord brought him back to consciousness. Another day, the Lord and his friends went to Talavan, where they killed Dhenukasura and then ate tal fruits. Nityananda and his childhood friends went into the fields and enjoyed various pastimes, such as the killing of Bakasura, Agasura, and Vatsasura. In the afternoon, the Lord and his associates returned home blowing buffalo horns. One day, they enjoyed the pastimes of lifting Govardhan Hill, and another day, they created Vrindavan, wherein they enjoyed various sports. So this is where we read up to yesterday. Oh no, we read this one also. Yeah. One day, they enacted Krishna's pastimes of stealing the gopis' clothes, and another day, they enacted his meeting the wives of the Brahmanas. Gaudiya Bhashya. Regarding Gopi Vasanaharan, stealing the gopis' clothes, one should see Śrīmad-bhāgavatam, 10th canto, chapter 22. Regarding Yajñapatni Darshan, meeting the wives of the Brahmins, one should see Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 10:23, verses 18 to 32. Okay, so let's begin. Kona shishu narada kachaye dari diya kangsastane mantra kohe nebhrite bosiya. On one occasion, a boy dressed as Narad with a beard and gave Kamsa some confidential information. Gaudiya Bhashya by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. The word kachaye is derived from the Hindi word kacha, or from the word kacha, which is derived from the Sanskrit verb kach, meaning tie. Kacha is used to indicate a person dressing as another person or a fictitious character in a drama, or in other words, depicting a pastime sporting, joking, or dancing. The word dadi comes from the Sanskrit word dādhi, which means beard. Previously, when someone played the part of Narad Muni, he would wear a white beard, and this practice is still current. Following this tradition, pictures are also made in the same way. Wow, I've never seen a picture of Narad Muni with a white beard. Kamsa Stane, Naradir Mantra. Narad's advice to Kamsa is found in the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam, that's 10:36-17. After Kamsa's demoniac friends were killed, Narad one day went before Kamsa and spoke as follows. He said, Yashoda's child was actually a daughter, and Krishna is the son of Devaki. Also, Ram is the son of Rohini. Out of fear, Vasudeva entrusted Krishna and Balaram to his friend Nanda Maharaj, and it is these two boys who have killed your men. So Narad speaking this to Kamsa. The word mantra refers to a confidential presentation related to a deity or a negotiation, a political deliberation, and an argument or a secret. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time reading. Or a secret council. Yeah, like mantri means minister, right? Okay. Kona dina kona shishu akrure raveshe loya jai Rama Krishna Kamser nideshe. Another day, one boy dressed as Akrura and took Krishna and Balaram to Kamsa's capital. Gaudiya Bhashya. Regarding Akrura bringing Balaram and Krishna to Mathura on the order of Kamsa, the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 36, verses 30 and 37 states, Please go to Nanda's village where the two sons of Anaka Dundubi are living, and without delay bring them here on this chariot. Now that you can understand my intentions, please go at once and bring Krishna and Balaram to watch the bow sacrifice and see the opulence of the Yadu's capital. And in Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 10:38-1, after passing the night in the city of Mathura, the high-minded Akrura mounted his chariot and set off for the cowherd village of Nanda Maharaj. (36) Apani je gopi bhave koren krandan nadi vahe heno sav dekhe shishugan. As Nityananda cried in the mood of the gopis, it appeared to his friends that a river was flowing from his eyes. Gaudiya Bhashya. Regarding the phrase Gopi Bhave Krandan, crying in the mood of the gopis, one should refer to Śrīmad-bhāgavatam, 10th Canto, chapters 30 and 31. The words Nadi Vahe indicates that tears flowed from their eyes like a river. Vishnu Maya Mohe Keho Lakite Napare Nityananda Shange Sa Balaka Vihare. Due to the influence of Vishnu's illusory energy, no one could recognize Nityananda as he enjoyed pastimes with his friends. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word lakite comes from the word lakha, used in ancient Bengali poems, which is derived from the Sanskrit verb laksha, meaning to watch or to see. Madhupuri rachiya brahmin shishurange keho hoye mali keho mala pore range. The children arranged a city of Mathura and then wandered through its streets. Someone played the role of a gardener, and someone accepted a flower garland from him. Kubja vesha kori gandha pore tar sthane dhanuka godiya bhange Goriya Garjane. Someone dressed as Kubja and sandalwood pulp was accepted from her. Oops. A large bow was made, and they all shouted in joy when it was broken. Gaudiya Bhashya. 1 second, my phone's about to run out of battery. 1 second. I just need to plug it in. Gaudiya Bhashya. Madhupuri, Mathura, was previously the residence of the demon Madhu. Mathura was killed by Shatrughna. The words Kubjar Gandapure, extracting sandalwood pulp from Kubja, are explained 3 to 4 as follows. Kubja said, who else but you too deserve my sandalwood pulp? Saying this, Kubja smeared generous amounts of sandalwood pulp on both Krishna and Balaram. The meaning of the second line of this verse is found in the following words of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:42, 17 to 18. Easily lifting the bow with his left hand, Lord Krishna strung it in a fraction of a second as the king's guards looked on. He then powerfully pulled the string and snapped the bow in half, just as an excited elephant might break a stalk of sugar cane. The sound of the bow's breaking filled the earth and sky in all directions. Upon hearing it, Kamsa was struck with terror. Kuvalaya chanura mushtika mallamari, Kamsa kori kahare paren chule dhori. They enacted the pastimes of killing the Kuvalaya elephant and the wrestlers Chanura and Mushtika. Thereafter, Kamsa was grabbed by the hair and thrown to the ground. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word Kuvalaya refers to a king of elephants named Kuvalayapid, who, on the order of Kamsa, was stationed near the wrestling arena to kill Krishna. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:43 verses 13 to 14, it is stated, The Supreme Lord Krishna, killer of the demon Madhu, confronted the elephant as he attacked. Seizing his trunk with one hand, Krishna threw him to the ground. Lord Hari then climbed onto the elephant with the ease of a mighty lion, pulled down a tusk, and with it killed the beast and his keepers. Oh, man. Chanura is one of the wrestlers appointed by Kamsa to kill Balaram and Krishna. It is stated in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:44 verses 22 to 23. No more shaken by the demon's mighty blows than an elephant struck with a flower garland. Lord Krishna swung him around several times, hurled him onto the ground with great his clothes, hair, like a thunderbolt. Mushtika is one of the wrestlers appointed by Kamsa to kill Balaram and Krishna. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:44 verses 24 to 25, it is stated, Similarly, Mushtika struck Lord Balabhadra with his fist and was slain. Receiving a violent blow from the mighty Lord's palm, the demon trembled all over in great pain, and he vomited blood and then fell lifeless onto the ground, like a tree blown down by the wind. The word malla, or mul, to hold, means soldier, wrestler, or champion. Okay. 41. Kamsavada Koriya Nachaye Shishu Sange Sarvaloka Deki Haste Balake Range. After killing Kamsa, the Lord danced with his friends in such a way that everyone watching began to laugh. Gaudiya Bhashya. The phrase Kamsavad, killing Kamsa, is described in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Canto 10, chapters 44, verses 30, 44, verses 34, and 36 and 37. So the translation of that is, as Kamsa thus raved so audaciously, the infallible Lord Krishna, intensely angry, quickly and easily jumped up onto the highest royal dais. Lord Krishna, intensely angry, quickly and easily jumped up onto the high royal dais. Lord Krishna, whose fearsome strength is irresistible, powerfully seized the demon, just as the son of Tarksha might capture a snake. Grabbing Kamsa by the hair and knocking off his crown, the lotus-naveled Lord threw him off the elevated dais onto the wrestling mat. Then the independent Lord, the support of the entire universe, jumped onto the king, and as a result, Kamsa lost his life. 42. ए मत जत जत अवतार लीला सब अनुकरण करिया करे खेला. In this way, Nityananda and his friends imitated the pastimes of the various incarnations. Kona dina Nityananda hoya vaman. Bali Raja kori chale tahan bhuvan. One day, Nityananda dressed like Vaman and went to cheat Bali Maharaj out of his kingdom which covered the 3 worlds. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word chale means to deceive or to cheat. The word bhuvan refers to the 3 planetary systems. For a description of how Vaman cheated Bali Maharaj out of the 3 worlds, one should read the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 8th canto, chapters 18 through 23. Vriddha kache shukra rupe keho mana kore bhikshaloy chore prabhu sheshe tan shire. Someone played the role of the aged Shukracharya who forbid Bali from giving the 3 steps. After accepting the gift, the Lord placed his Gaudiya Bhashya. The word Vriddhakache means acting or dressing like an old man. The word mana is formed by the combination of ma, indicating to show respect, and na, and thus means prohibiting or forbidding. For a description of Shukracharya's prohibition to Bali Maharaj, one should see Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 8:19, verses 30 to 43, and also the next chapter, verses 1 to 15. The phrase chare tar shire means climbed onto his head. In other words, after punishing and freeing Bali from bondage, the Lord accepted service as Bali's doorman. In this regard, one should refer to the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 8:2-35 and 8:23, verses 6 and 10. Kona dina Nityananda setu banda kore vaner rupa shaba shishu gana dhore. One day, Nityananda enacted the pastime of building a bridge across the ocean with the boys playing the role of the monkeys. Gaudiya Bhashya. A description of the monkeys building the bridge is found in Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 9:10, 12 and 16, 9:10 verses 12 and 16 as follows. Lord Ramachandra with the monkey soldiers went to the shore of the ocean, and after hearing the prayers of the fearful, surrendered ocean deity, he built a bridge over the ocean by throwing into the river the peaks of mountains whose streets and other vegetation had been shaken by the hands of great monkeys. One should also refer to the 22, verse 69, and also the Maha. Berendar gachak kati felai Raghunatha bole. They cut castor oil plants and made a bridge across the river. Then all the boys exclaimed, Jai Raghunath! Gaudiya Bhashya. The Berendar gacha, or castor oil plants, were uprooted and thrown into the water in an imitation of the monkeys' activities of uprooting, and by throwing many mountain peaks, stones, trees, ocean in order to build a bridge. The word jale refers to the water of the ocean. Shri Lakshmana Rupa Prabhu Dhoriya Apane Verstane. Nityananda accepted the role of Lakshman, who angrily went with the bow in his hand to chastise Sugriva. For the meaning of the second line of this verse, one should see Ramayana Kishkinda 31, 10-30. Are re vanara mor Prabhu dukha paye prana na loimo jadi tabe jhata aaye. Malyavan parvate mor Prabhu paye dukha nari gana loya beta tumi koro sukha. O king of the monkeys, my lord is in distress. Come quickly, or I will kill you. How can you sit here enjoying with women while he is lamenting on our Malyavan mountain? Gaudiya Bhashya. For an elaboration on these two verses, see Ramayana Kishkinda 34, verses 7-19. Although the Ramayana Kishkinda mentions verses 1 and 29, this mountain, sorry. I need to stand up. Sorry, guys. Although the Ramayana Kishkinda Kanda chapter 28, verse 1 mentions Malyavan mountain, in chapter 27, verses 1-29, this mountain is referred to as Prasravana mountain. In the Mahabharata Vanaparva chapter 279, verses 26 and 40, and chapter 281, verse 1, this mountain is also referred to as Malyavan. Kona dina kruddha hoya Parshuramere, mor dosha nahi vipra, phalaha satvare. Another day, Lord Nityananda spoke in anger to Parshuram. He said, O Brahman, I am not at fault. Leave me here at once. Gaudiya Bhashya. The incident concerning Sri Ramachandra's angry statements to Parshuram is described in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 9.10.7 as follows. While returning from Sita's home after gaining her at the assembly of competitors by breaking Shiva's bow, Lord Ramachandra met Parshuram, who was agitated from hearing the tumultuous sound of the breaking of the bow. Although Parshuram was very proud, having rid the earth of the royal order 21 times, his pride was vanquished by the Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order. One should also refer to the Ramayana Ādi-khaṇḍa chapter 76 and the Mahabharata Vanaparva chapter 99, verses 42-55 and verses 61-64. The phrase "mor dosh nahi," I am not at fault. This is explained as follows. Being angered by the heroic words of Parshuram, Lord Ramachandra took the Vaishnav bow and arrows from his hands and spoke to him as follows: in the strength of austerities and your unrivaled dominion over the earth. You cannot blame me for this. Lakshmaner bhave prabhu hoye she rupa bhujite na pare shishu manaye kotuka.
Lord Nityananda was absorbed in the mood of Lakshman. The boys, however, could not understand this and thought it was just a game. Gaudiya Bhashya. In this verse, the word bhave means in the mood of, or in the nature of. So they just thought, Shishu manoe kotuko. They just thought it was a kotu, just, fun game. Panchavanarera rupe, bule shishugan, varta jigyasaye prabhu, hoya Lakshman. On another occasion, 5 boys took the role of monkeys and 5 boys took the role of monkeys, and the Lord took the role of Lakshman. Oh, this is a fun story. Gaudiya Bhashya. The Panchavanarera, or 5 monkeys, are the king Sugriv and his 4 ministers, Hanuman, Nal, Nil, and Tara. See Ramayana Ādi-khaṇḍa 13:4. Or it could refer to Hanuman, Jambavan, Mainda, and Dvivida. See Mahabharata, Vana Parva 279, verse 23. Let me just check everything's running okay. Hari Bol, say Shri Mataji. Ke tora banar shava bolo bane bane ami raghunatha bhritya bolo mor stane. Who are you monkeys wandering in the forest? I am the servant of Ramachandra. Tell me who you are. Tara bole amra balir bhaye buli dekho Śrī Ramachandra loy pada duli. They replied, we are wandering out of fear of Vali. Please take us to Ramachandra. We wish to take the dust of his lotus feet. Tasabare kole kori aise loiya Śrī Ramacharane pore dandavata hoya. The Lord embraced them and led them to Ramachandra, whereupon they all fell at his feet. Gaudiya Bhashya. For an elaboration on verses 52 to 55, one should refer to the Ramayana Ādi-khaṇḍa chapters 2 and 4 and the Mahabharata Vana 279 verses 9 to 11. Indrajit vadalila kona dina kore, kona dina apane Lakshman bhave hare. One day, the Lord enacted the pastime of killing Indrajit, the son of Ravan, and one day, in the mood of Lakshman, he accepted defeat. Gaudiya Bhashya. One may refer to the Ramayana Lanka 88:64, 91 verses 68 to 72, and the Mahabharata Vana 288 verses 15 to 24 for an elaboration on Indrajit Vadalila, the killing of Indrajit. The pastime of Lakshman Bhave Hare, accepting defeat as Lakshman, this pastime is found in the Ramayana Ādi-khaṇḍa chapters 45, 49, 50, and 73, and in the Mahabharata Vana 287 verses 20 to 26 and 288 verses 1 to 7. Vibhishana Koriya Anen Ramasthane Lankeshwar Abhishek Koren Tahane. Someone in the role of Vibhishan was brought before Ramachandra, and Ram performed his Abhishek, or coronation, installing him as the king of Lanka. Gaudiya Bhashya. A description of Vibhishan's arrival in Ram's camp and his coronation as the king of Lanka is found in the Ramayana Lanka 1839 and 19 verses 25 to 26. And it's found in the Mahabharata Vana 282 verses 46 and 49. Kona shishu bole mui ailu Ravan shakti shelo hani e sambar Lakshman. One boy said, I am the mighty Ravan. Now I'm releasing the Shakti Shela weapon. Stop it if you can, Lakshman. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word hani from the had dhatu means to release, to throw, to beat, or to hit. The word samvar means to stop, to control, to check, to save, to halt, to obstruct, to suppress, or to curb the movement of. Eto bole parma pushpa marilo phelia, Lakshmaner bhave prabhu porila dhalia. Saying this, the boy threw a lotus flower at Nityananda, and in the mood of Lakshman, Nityananda fell to the ground. Gaudiya Bhashya. The phrase Padma Pushpa refers to the imitation of the Shakti Shela weapon. A description of Lakshman acting unconscious due to being hit by the Shakti Shela weapon is found in the Ramayana Lanka 101, verses 28 to 36. Murchita hoila prabhu Lakshmanera bhave, jagay chawalo sab tabu nahi jage. After the Lord, in the mood of Lakshman, fell unconscious, all the boys tried in vain to revive him. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Jagai Chawalo refer to the boyfriends of Nityananda who were acting as the best of the monkeys. Paramarte dhatu nahi shakal sharire, kandaye shakal shishu hatha diya shire. When they found no symptom of life remained in the body of Nityananda, they all held their heads and began to cry. Oh, this is so sad. Gaudiya Bhashya. The first line of this verse indicates that his body was devoid of consciousness, or completely devoid of movement, and wounded at heart. The words Paramartha Dhatu refer to the consciousness or life. So all the boys are holding their heads and crying. Shruni pita mata dhai ailo satvare dekhoye putrer dhatu nahi ko sharire. The Lord's father and mother came running there and also observed that there was no sign of life in their son. Murchita huya dohe porila bhumite dekhi sarvalokayasi hoila vismite. Then they also fell down to the ground unconscious. Everyone who saw this tragedy was struck with wonder. Shakal vritanta tabe kohilo shishugan keho bole bhujilaya bhaver karan. As the boys describes the entire incident, someone said, I understand why he's unconscious. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word bhaver refers to his unconscious and fainted condition. So I understand why he's unconscious. Purve dasharata bhave ekarnatavar rama vanavasi shuni eren kalevar. Previously, one great actor played the role of Dasharath, and when he heard that Ram had left for the forest, he left his body. Gaudiya Bhashya. Wow. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word Natavar refers to one who is expert at acting, or the best actor. The description of Dasharath leaving his body out of grief due to Ram's exile to the forest is found in the Ramayana, Ayodhya 64, verses 75 to 78. So he's saying that previously an actor who was playing the role of Dasharath, the actor, left his body, right? He's not saying that Dasharath left his body. That's it. I mean, of course, yeah. So he was so absorbed in his, yeah. I don't know, actually. 66. Keho bole kacha kachi, achaye chawalo, Hanuman oshad dile hoibe kabhalo. Someone else said, there's a boy dressed as Hanuman. If he gives him medicine, he will be cured. Gaudiya Bhashya. If Hanuman gives him medicine, he'll be cured. This was spoken by Sushena, the king of the monkeys, in the Ramayana, Lanka 101, verses 29 to 31. Purve Prabhu Shikhaya Chilen, Purve Prabhu Shikhaya Chilen Sabare, Porile Tomra Bedi Kanti Ho Amare. Before the incident, the Lord had instructed his friends, when I fall unconscious, you should all gather around me and cry. Kanika Vilambe Patai Ha Hanuman Nake Dile Oshada Asibe Mor Pran. After a while, send Hanuman for some medicine. I will recover when he puts the medicine to my nose. Gaudiya Bhashya. See the purport to verse 66. Nija bhave prabhu matra hoila achetan, deki boro vikal hoila shishugan. When the Lord fell unconscious in his own mood, the boys were all bewildered. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Nija bhave refer to the mood of his plenary portion, Lakshman, the incarnation of Mahasankarshan. The word vikal refers to one whose intelligence is lost. In other words, one who is overwhelmed, unsteady, senseless, illusioned, or powerless. Channa hoilen sabe shiksha nahi spure, utobaye boli matra kande uchai sware. Because they were so confused, they could not remember the Lord's instructions. They simply cried loudly, Utho bhai, oh brother, please get up. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word channa means mad, forgetful, unintelligent, or ignorant. The word shiksha refers to the instruction. Send Hanuman to bring medicine and hold it before my nose. That was given by Lord Nityananda Prabhu. See verse 68. Lokamukhe shuni kata hoilo smaran, Hanumana kache shishu chalilo takon. But when the boys heard the people's comments, they remembered Nityananda's instruction, and the boy dressed as Hanuman immediately went for the medicine. So this is becoming like real life, not just like they're playing anymore. Even, yeah. Ar eka shishu pate tapasvir veshe, falmul diya Hanumanere ashamse. Another boy, dressed as a renunciate, welcomed Hanuman with fruits and roots. Gaudiya Bhashya. Hanuman's conversation with Ravan's demon uncle, Kal Nemi, who is dressed as an ascetic, and Hanuman's fight with the crocodile demons and Gandharvas are not found in the original Ramayana written by Valmiki. This applies to verses 72 through 86. The word ashankse, used in ancient Bengali, means to welcome. Raho bap dhanya koro amar ashram, boro bhage asi mile toma heno jan. So this renunciant said to Hanuman, my dear sir, please stay and grace my ashram. It is a great fortune to meet such a person as you. Hanuman bole karja gaurabe chalibo, asi bare chahi rahi bare na paribo. Hanuman replied, I must go and complete my important mission. I would like to come, but I cannot delay. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words karya gaurave refer to the importance of one's duties. Shuniyacho Ramachandra, Anuja Lakshman, Shakti Shele Tare Murcha Korilo Ravan. You must have heard that Lakshman, the younger brother of Ramachandra, has been rendered unconscious by the Shakti Shela weapon of Ravan. Ataiva Jayami Gandha Madan, Oshada Anile Rohe, Tahan Jivan. Therefore, I'm going to Gandhamadan hill to bring medicine. Only then will he survive. Tapasvi boloye jadi jaiba nishchoy, snan kori kichu khai koroho vijay. The renunciate then said, if you must go, first take a bath and eat something, then you may go. Nityananda shikshay balake katha kohe, vismita hoiya sarva loke chahi rohe. The two boys repeated whatever Nityananda had instructed them. Therefore, everyone gazed at them in astonishment as they listened to their conversation. Tapasvir bole sarovare gela snane, jole thaki ar shishu dhorilo charane. Then, on the request of the renunciate, Hanuman went to take bath in the lake, whereupon another boy in the lake grabbed hold of his feet, like a crocodile. Kumbirer rupa dhori jai jole loya, Hanuman shishu ane kulete taniya. The boy playing the role of a crocodile tried to pull Hanuman in the water, but Hanuman pulled the boy to the shore. Katokhane rana kori jiniya kumbhir. Asi dekhe Hanuman ar Mahavir. After a fight, Hanuman defeated the crocodile, returns to the renunciate's ashram for a year. Hanuman a boy dressed as a Rakshasa then attempted. Is my internet cutting out way at the table? Anyways, a boy dressed and attempted to swallow Hanuman. Kumore jiniba kimone toma khan toma kabe keba mane. He challenged, defeated the crocodile, but how will you defeat me? I will revive Lakshman. Hanuman bole tobana kukur, tare nahi vastu buddhi, tui pala dur. Hanuman replied, your Ravan is a dog. I consider him most innocent. Get out of my way. The phrase tare nahi vastu buddhi means, I consider him, your master Ravan, who is just like a dog, I consider him nothing, extremely impotent and useless. In this way, the two first exchanged some harsh words. Then they began pulling each other's hair, and finally they began striking each other with their fists. Gaudiya Bhasha. The word gala gali means using foul language against each other. That's a common Bengali word even now. Gala gali. The word chula chuli means pulling each other's hair. The word kila kili means punching each other. Kotokon she kotuke jiniya rakshase kandamadane asi hoila praveshe. After promptly defeating the demon, Hanuman approached the Gandhamadan hill. Tahi Gandharver vesh dhori shishugan and tan sabar shange judha hoy kotokhan. There, Hanuman fought with some boys who were dressed as Gandharvas. 88. Judhe parajay kori Gandharver gan, shire kori anilen Gandhamadan. After defeating the Gandharvas, Hanuman took the Gandhamadan hill on his head to Lanka. Ar ek shishu tahi vaitya rupa dhori, Oshad dilen nake Shri Ram oh God, I don't know how you say that actually. Smayari, I think. Smayari. Lots of times when there's a N, like a non like that, it becomes like an I and a Y kind of. Another boy playing the role of a doctor remembered Lord Ram as he held the medicine to Lakshman's nose. Gaudiya Bhasha. The boy playing the role of Sushen, the doctor of the monkeys, imitated him by holding the 4 medicines grown on Gandhamadan hill, Vishalya Karani, Savarna Karani, Sanjiva Karani, and Sandhana Karani, before the nose of Lord Nityananda, who was absorbed in the mood of Lakshman. This pastime is described in Ramayana, Lanka 102, 31, and verses 41 to 43. Yay! Nityananda Mahaprabhu Tilata Khone Dekhi Pita Mahe Sarvajane. Nityananda regained his consciousness, upon which his parents and others there all smiled in relief. He's still alive. Imagine what could be a more drama when it's like real life as well. Kore kori len giya harai pandita taka hoy len harashita. In Brahman, and all the boys became overjoyed. Sabe bole bapa iha kotai shikila hasibo e shakal lila. Everyone asked, "Dear son, where have you learned all this?" The Lord smiled and said, "All my pastimes." Pratama vayasa prabhu ati sukumar kola hoite karo chitta nahi ed. In his early childhood, the Lord was most attractive. No one wanted to let him go from their laps. Sarvaloke vase chinite na pare ke ho Vishnu. It's been cutting out for you, huh? Roseshi Mataji, how bad has it been? Like, just like a little tiny, like, are you able to follow along? You can let me know. So everyone had more affection for Nityananda than they had for their own sons, but no one could recognize him due to the influence of Lord Vishnu's illusory energy. It's been cutting out for Champak Didi also. But yeah, is it cutting out very bad? I'm just curious. $95. Okay, so everyone had more affection for Nityananda than they had for their own sons, but no one could recognize him due to the influence of Lord Vishnu's illusory energy. He no mate shishu kala hoite Nityananda, Krishna lila vina ar na kore ananda. In this way, from the beginning of his childhood, Nityananda had no happiness other than enjoying the pastimes of Lord Krishna. In and out. Pita mata griha chari sarva shishugan Nityananda sanghati vihare sarvakhan. All of his friends left their parents to constantly sport in the company of Nityananda. Sheshab shishur paye bahu namaskar Nityananda shange jar e mata vihar. I offer repeated obeisances at the feet of those boys who enjoyed the association of Lord Nityananda. E mata krida kori Nityananda rai, shishu hoite Krishna lila vina nahi bhai. Thus, from his childhood, Nityananda had no interest other than enacting the various pastimes of Lord Krishna. अनंतेर लीला के बा पारे कोही बारे ताहान कृपाय जेनो मतस्पुरे jare. Who can describe the pastimes of Lord Ananta? They are only manifest to one who has received his mercy. He namote dvadasha vatsara thaki ghare Nityananda cholilen tirtha kori bare. Lord Nityananda remained at home like this for 12 years. Thereafter, he left for visiting the holy places. I'm going to. Okay, so Sudevi says she's able to follow, but it's quite choppy. Sometimes long sounds, sometimes slow sounds. And Karuna Didi also says it's choppy. And Indira Mataji says it comes and goes, sometimes better than others. Maybe then this is a good place to stop. Verse 100, we just finished this section. Now we're going to move on to the next section where Nityananda Prabhu goes traveling to different holy places. And yeah, and hopefully my connection will be better tomorrow. So yeah, I'll stop here. And we'll do a little kirtan. One second, just getting my mridanga. We'll do a little kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Jai Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jai Nitāi Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Shri Govina Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai, Jai Nitya Vishnu Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shri Guru Dev ki Jai, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki Jai, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Shrimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Shrimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj ki Jai, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitya Pravishtam Mahabhagavat Srila Gaurkishora Swavaji Maharaj ki Jai, Nitya Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai,
Nitya Pravish Śrī Rupa Nuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai, Śrī Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Śrī Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shar Gosai Prabhu ki jai, Śrī Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Śrī Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se Kaho Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhar Śrī Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Śrī Kshetra Mandal Gaura Mandal Vraja Mandal Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Sarva Abhishta Bharata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Śrī Radha Kund Shama Kund Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi ki jai, Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhagavatam ki jai, Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai, Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Gauriya Bhashya by Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Śrī Nityananda Ram ki jai, all Nityananda's friends ki jai, their leelas ki jai, Śrī Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Harai Pandit Padmavati Devi ki jai, Ekachakra Gram ki jai, Anantakoti Vaishnava Śrī Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Śrī Nitāi Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashrajat Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams everybody. Hare Krishna. Last sorry, it's kind of like a daily thing I tell you about my sleep. But yeah, last night I tried to go to sleep early so that I would be fully awake in the morning. I got in bed around 10:45, which for me is very early. But then I couldn't sleep, and I was up the whole night until maybe like I had sleep though is because it was really hot and there was a problem with the fan. And then I went searching around for another fan, and I found a fan, but it was broken, and I was trying to fix it, and it was a whole thing. I ended up not being able to fix it, and I stayed up until I think like 4 o'clock in the morning. Is like, and then I fell asleep for a little bit but then Guru Vashtakam started, and it wasn't very much at all. So I pretty much didn't sleep the whole night, and that's why I was falling asleep. I even took melatonin that didn't do anything, and yeah, it was a really bad night last night. So that's why I was falling asleep today. But I'm gonna get this all worked out, and I want to really make a point to go to sleep early. At least, like, I want to try to go to sleep at 10:30 every night, and then I won't keep on falling asleep. But yeah, I'm just grateful that you guys are always tolerant of me again and again and again. All right. Haribol Indira Mataji. And Karuna Didi, Sudevi Didi, Raseshwari Mataji, Arjuna Prabhu, Krishna Chandra Prabhu. I already said Raseshwari Mataji, right? Ganga Mataji. And Champak Didi, and Shubhananda Prabhu. Dandavat pranams to all of you. So I'll see you all tomorrow to read about Nityananda Prabhu after he leaves home. His Tirtha Yatra is traveling to all the different holy places. We'll read about that tomorrow. All right. Hare Krishna, everybody. And I'm also going to try to figure out about Wi-Fi, because our Wi-Fi service, they went bankrupt, and our previous Wi-Fi service also had like a problem. We had to switch over to a different Wi-Fi service, and then that also, so like everything is just not working. And so I'm going to do some research today. I have already tried before and I was unsuccessful, but I'm going to try again and find a service that works. So thank you, Champak Didi. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody.